Hi friends, I'm Marianne, otherwise known as WW.ItalianWifey on Instagram. Welcome to my kitchen. Today is Valentine's Day and I have a special dinner planned for my husband and I by candlelight later tonight, but I need a dessert for after dinner. My husband and I both are chocoholics and we love dark chocolate. So I went through some of my WW cookbooks and I came up with a recipe out of the best of WW Cookbook. I have most of the ingredients except for wheat flour, but that's okay. I'll just double up on the AP flour. So let me show you what I'm going to make. This is the espresso glazed chocolate brownies. Oh, don't they look amazing? I can't wait to make these, and I hope they look as good as these and taste wonderful. So if you can see, I go ahead and change the recipes a lot of times in cookbooks, not just WW cookbooks, but any other cookbooks. And I try to edit things to make them lower in points and make them my own. So this recipe in the cookbook is 4 smart points on all 3 plans, serving 12. So you would cut the baking dish into 12 pieces. With my edits, I got this recipe down by 1 point to 3 smart points, but for 9 servings. So that means you're gonna get a bigger piece of brownie for 1 less point. Perfect, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and start this recipe. It is a little bit complicated. I was reading through it and it's like, get a medium bowl, get a small bowl, get this and get that. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm gonna have to be very careful as I make this recipe to not make a mistake. And so bear with me as I go through this recipe because this is the first time I'm making it. Also, I want to tell you that at the end of this video, I am going to put the printed recipe of my changes so you know what I did to get this down to 3 smart points and for less servings, 9 servings. So all you have to do at the end of the video is just pause it, take a screenshot or write it down to capture the recipe. Okay, let's get started and crossing my fingers this works. Okay, now that we're down at the counter, we can go ahead and begin the recipe. The first thing I did was I sprayed a square baking dish with canola oil nonstick cooking spray. Okay, I'm gonna read this as I go through it. The first thing I do is in a small bowl, I'm going to whisk together whole wheat flour and all-purpose flour. Since I don't have whole wheat flour, I'm going to double up on the all-purpose flour. So the original recipe calls for 1/4 cup whole wheat and 1/4 cup all-purpose. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab a 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour and put it into a small bowl. Okay, with that, I need to whisk in the baking flour, I'm sorry, not the flour, the baking powder and salt. Let's get that right. See, I'm already making a mistake. So typical of me. Okay, so baking powder. And baking powder, I need a 1/2 teaspoon. These measuring cups and spoons were in my Christmas stocking from my husband. I love them. I needed a really good set, and these are just great. I needed a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. That's 1 teaspoon. That's 3/4 teaspoon. Here's a 1/2 teaspoon. Okay. So 1/2 teaspoon baking powder and 1/8 teaspoon of salt. Okay, that is the first step, and it says to whisk it together. So I'm incorporating those dry ingredients together. Okay, next in a cup, I need 3 teaspoons of boiling water. So you know what? Let me go get some boiling water. I'll be right back. Okay, I have the 3, is it tablespoons, I hope, because that's what I have. Bear with me as I read through this. Oh, that's funny. You know what? The water isn't even listed in the ingredients. Okay, so let me go to the other explanation. Okay, in a cup, stir together 3 tablespoons of boiling water. I'm gonna have to do that, and 1/4 teaspoon of espresso. Okay, let me find 1/4 teaspoon of espresso. That goes in a small bowl. I'm going to need this later because it's divided, it says. And just go ahead and stir this until it's dissolved. Okay, that's dissolved. Now in a medium bowl, I need to whisk together cocoa, and the espresso mixture. So here's the espresso. I'm gonna put it in there. Okay, and then I need cocoa powder. I'm using dark chocolate cocoa powder, because my husband and I, we love dark chocolate. And how much cocoa powder do I need? I need 3 tablespoons. One. 2. Making a mess. 3. That is messy. Okay. Okay, so I've got the espresso mixture, the cocoa, and then I need the vanilla, which is another tablespoon. So I'll just use this and put it in. This, I'm almost out of this vanilla. It's from the Dominican Republic when we went in January of last year before the world stopped. And I love this. Someday maybe I'll get to go back there. Okay, so in the medium bowl, I have to whisk together the cocoa, the espresso mixture, and vanilla. And then I need to set that aside. So I'm gonna do this gingerly at first, not to make more of a mess with the cocoa powder. And I need to set that aside. In a small microwavable bowl, I need to microwave chocolate. So the chocolate, they asked for an ounce of semi-sweet or bittersweet chocolate. I'm using Hershey's dark chocolate chips, an ounce of that. So I need to go ahead and melt this on high, about 40 seconds, and I'll be right back. Okay, now I have to whisk in the brown sugar until well combined. I am not using real brown sugar. I'm using my favorite brown sugar, which is sucrin brown sugar. And I need 3 tablespoons of this. Let me rinse off my tablespoon. Okay, my tablespoon is clean. Go ahead and get 3 tablespoons of sucrin. 1. 2. 3. Okay. Set that aside and whisk in the brown sugar. Oh my gosh. Oh, yum. Dark chocolate chips, dark chocolate cocoa powder. Yeah, these are gonna be good. I bet my husband's gonna love this. Okay, I did the chips, the oil, the brown sugar. Now I need to whisk the chocolate mixture into the cocoa mixture. See all the bowls I was telling you I had to use? Going back to the spatula to get all this goodness out. No chocolate left behind. Right? Got to get all the goodness in the bowl. Okay. So far, so good. It's taken me a moment to read everything, so I'm glad you are bearing with me because I have been known to leave out ingredients. This one seems complicated. Okay, next step. So I whisk the chocolate mixture into the cocoa mixture, and I need to whisk in an egg, which I am using 1/4 cup, there we go, of egg beaters, because that's 0. So I don't know if I have enough in this carton for 1/4 cup. Let's see, 1/2 cup is 4 ounces, so I need 2 ounces is the 1/4 cup. Oh, but it just is perfect. Wow, that is great. Don't have to open up the other carton. So in goes 1/4 cup of egg beaters, replacing an egg to bring down the points. An egg on the green plan is 2 points. So I try to substitute in egg beaters, egg whites when I can. All right. This is looking yummy. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Are you guys drooling yet? I am. I don't know if I'm going to be able to wait till after dinner. Can't wait to surprise Tim with this dessert. Okay, so I did that, and now I add flour mixture and walnuts infusing and stir until blended. Okay, so I went ahead and chopped up 1 ounce of walnuts. That is what I'm going to use in the brownies. And then I need to stir that. So let me get a spatula. So now I need to add the flour mixture into the chocolate mixture and stir it. We've gone from a whisk to a spatula, and I'm going to gingerly stir this in. And I'm going to start with the flour, adding the walnuts in a moment. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's go in, walnuts. Your turn. I think I just made the batter. I think this is it. Let's see. Clean the sides. I guess I didn't need this large bowl. This bowl would have been sufficient. I could have gotten a smaller bowl than that, but next time, having not made this before, I didn't know how much the batter would be. This really isn't a lot of batter. Okay. Did everything. Now I pour batter into prepared pan. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Oh, yum. Dark chocolate, walnuts, 3 smart points. That is unbelievable. I think that's a low point dessert for sure. I always fool around with recipes to get them lower in points. I don't know why I do that, but I do. It's like I don't want to spend a lot of points on dessert. Plus, I want to have a glass of wine tonight with dinner. Okay, now I'm just going to spread this around. It's a stiff batter, as you can see. So it's taking me a little bit to smooth it out to all corners and edges of this pan. I should say baking dish. Does that look even? I think so. Not too bad. All right. First step is done. Oh, that smells so good. Okay. Let's see if I can clean off the spatula. Again, no chocolate left behind. Get it all in there. Perfect. So now this is going to go into a preheated 350-degree oven for just 9 to 10 minutes. So I'm going to bake this and come back and show you what it looks like, and then we'll finish off the brownies. Okay, the brownies are out of the oven, and look at how dark chocolate they are. Look at that color, it's so deep and rich. They need to cool completely on a wire rack, so I'm gonna go ahead and let these cool completely and then make the glaze that goes on top. Okay, my brownies have cooled, so I'm gonna go ahead and make the glaze, which is heated milk. And I'm just using 1% low fat. You can use almond milk, fat-free milk. It's so little, 3/4 teaspoon, that it doesn't really matter. And then I need a 1/2 teaspoon of espresso and 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar, but I'm using sucrin confectioner's sugar or icing. It's powdered sugar at 0 points. So I'm gonna add a couple tablespoons into my bowl. That is a good consistency. All right. I'm going to take a fork and just drizzle that on. Again, like the chocolate, no man left behind, so we get all the icing out of the bowl and into the pan, onto these brownies. And I'm gonna do a little, since it's Valentine's Day, a little gold sprinkles on it, on the icing here, to make them a little bit festive. I was going to use red since it's Valentine's Day, but I didn't think it would go color-wise, so I'm gonna make it nice and gold and sparkly. There we go. Espresso glazed chocolate brownies. I will cut this into 9 servings, 3 Smart Points per serving. Thanks for stopping by my kitchen. I will go ahead and post the recipe at the end of this video, like I said earlier. And I hope you enjoyed watching me kind of fumble my way through a new recipe with the espresso glazed chocolate brownies. This is what the picture looks like. Mine are a little bit darker with the espresso glaze, but I bet you they're gonna taste delicious. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Until next time, ciao.